Wapakoneta Redskins come into tonight's game 3-0, and they will try to keep things perfect on the 2014 season as they host the Bath Wildcats. It's high school football, and it's yours next on Game Face Ohio. Good evening, everyone, and welcome into Harmon Field here in Wapakoneta, Ohio, where tonight the Redskins will host the Bath Wildcats. I'm Dan Hearn along with Paul Sadler, and it's time for the Minster Bank pregame show. Now, welcome back into Harmon Field. I'm Dan Hearn along with Paul Sadler. And Paul, tonight, a couple of teams that are both coming off wins and looking to continue that as this Bath Wildcat team comes in, coming off a 42-33 win over Defiance. That was their first win of the season.
Sure is, and they really showed a really strong offensive effort, rolling up over 400 yards in a balanced attack. They like to pass and they like to throw the ball before pulling away late against the Defiance Bulldogs. Giving up points is a little bit of concern for them. They're giving up 31 points a game, which is currently 9th in the Western Buckeye League.
Now, when they're on offense, Paul, and that's their strong suit, they look to Trey Wheeler as kind of a big part of that offensive attack.
Yeah, Trey Wheeler is actually a two-way starter for them. He excels offensively, is 6th in the Western Buckeye League in receiving yards of 229, has 3 touchdowns for the year as well. Also the starting cornerback, who's 2nd on the team in tackles for the Wildcats.
For the home team, the Wapakoneta Redskins, as we mentioned, they come in 3-0 and 2-0 inside league play. They're coming off a 17-0 win over Elida, and their defense was on display.
Yeah, it's a very strong defense with 7 returning starters. Last week against Elida, they only permitted 3 first downs and 81 total yards versus the Bulldogs. They're the top-rated defense in the Western Buckeye League in every category: yards, points given up. Defense really leading the way for the Redskins.
On the offensive side of the ball, they look to their quarterback, Cody Morgan, who directs things. He's also their leading rusher. Yeah,
he's another two-way player. Offensively, he's a dual threat by passing the ball, and as you mentioned, he leads the team in rushing, although that's still going to be a balanced attack for them. And also starts as a defensive back as well. And there you see him showing his passing skills with the game-winning score there to Cameron Locke against Kenton 2 weeks ago.
It's time now to take a look at the Game Face Ohio keys to the game, and we'll start with the visiting Bath Wildcats. And their keys to the game look like this.
Yeah, they want to win the time of possession, don't give up the big play, win the turnover battle. You know, for them, they run a very balanced offense, but they want to keep the clock running a little bit and keep that defense off the field.
And for the Redskins to continue to be undefeated, their keys to the game look like this.
They want to create turnovers, control that line of scrimmage, and they want to execute in all phases of the game. You know, they've had a couple fumbles here and there. That's something when they clean up on the offensive end.
Those are the Game Face Ohio keys to the game, and that wraps up the Minster Bank pregame show. We'll be back with a kickoff here on Game Face Ohio. You're watching high school football on TSC.
TSC can save you money. How? TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge bundle plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet in one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge bundle plan, only from TSC.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
When you see an orange truck, you think G.A. Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because G.A. Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, G.A. Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange G.A. Windsor & Son truck, think green.
Back here at Harmon Field for the start of tonight's ball game between the Wapakoneta Redskins and the Bath Wildcats. The Wildcats coming to this ball game 1-2 and 1-1, and the Redskins 3-0 and 2-0 under the direction of Travis Moyer, who is in his first season here at the helm of the Redskins, Paul.
Yes, and experienced a lot of success at Bucyrus Winford before coming here. Was there for 14 years, had a record of 118 and 28 for an over 800 winning percentage, and he's got the Redskins to a 3-0 start here to start this year.
Bill Garland is in his second season at the helm of Bath. He's 5-8 overall, but he has 32 years of coaching experience. He was a longtime assistant on the Bath sideline.
Yeah, he's been a varsity assistant for Bath since 1991, so definitely a veteran on the sidelines.
Well, Coach Garland talked after last week's game about getting their first win and trying to build on that feeling. The Redskins have won their first 3 contests. They'd like to continue that trend as well. We'll see how this defense for the Redskins matches up as they won the toss and elected to defer. And it'll be Bath to have it first. And Wheeler on the return up across the 20 to the 22.
Yeah, nice stop. Someone whose name we'll mention quite a bit, Jacob Hartman, with the special teams tackle for the Redskins.
Paul, you mentioned in the pregame show, this is the top defense in the WBL in every category.
Yeah, and we'll spend some time with them here in a little bit, but a very veteran team filled with a lot of experiences. But first we'll look at the quarterback situation here for Bath, led by Cam Jenkins, a returning starter, senior 5'11", 195 pounds, currently 4th in the Western Buckeye League in passing.
He'll be under center with a receiver to each side, an I formation behind him, and the handoff will go off the left side and positive yards up across the 25 to the 30.
Yeah, evaded the tackle by C.J. Young right there in the backfield. Got some good positive yards there for the Wildcats. Offensive line returns a couple starters there. Blake McGew, Cody Tolland, and Easton Rudisill, all returning starters from last year to lead the Bath Wildcats up front.
Good solid pickup on first down, brings up a 2nd down and 3 for the Wildcat offense. Wheeler will line up wide to the far side left. He's the only receiver in the formation. And the handoff up the middle is stacked up after a gain of about a yard.
Yeah, power I formation right there. Don't see that a whole lot anymore. There you can see the skill players. As we mentioned before, Trey Wheeler, someone to watch, and Chase Clark is another one of their big running backs that I believe just carried the ball right there to set up this third and kind of a long one.
We see Cameron Locke. One of the big parts of this Wapak defense.
And he'll play some offense as well. He's the one that scored that game-winning touchdown against Kenton 2 weeks ago.
3rd down here, and the Wildcats will convert as they get up to the 35-yard line, and a first down.
And first downs are nothing to take for granted against this Redskin defense. Again, they only allowed 3 first downs last week. As we can see here with the starting defensive line, Thomas Shaneline, first-team WBL performer last year, returns as a starter. Also, Corey Crawford, returning starter from last year as well.
So a first down and 10 for Bath as they come to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers, 1 to each side. Jenkins hands it off up the middle of the field and a couple of yards there.
Yeah, not much there on the trap play for Bo Gross. Look at the linebackers right here. 2 returnees, Nick Steinke, senior, and then Adam Henderson, who's a WBL honorable mention last year. And Jared Cockrell, although not a returning starter, played quite a bit last year, so an experienced linebacking core.
2nd down and 8 coming up after a 2-yard pickup on first down.
And Bath, kind of being really methodical here. 4 running plays to start off with for a team that's normally pretty balanced. Play clock's down under 5.
And a flag comes down here. Looks like some movement on the line there for Bath.
Well, that's going to benefit Bath quite a bit there with the offsides there by the Redskins. Only 2-yard gain on first down, set up the 2nd and 8, and now it's going to be a much more manageable 2nd and 3.
Puts the ball at the 42-yard line. Jenkins taking his time getting under center as the clock now down under 10 seconds. Here's the handoff. And left side, not much there. But it'll be enough for the first down.
Yeah, just put some straight-up power football, just an ISO there on the left-hand side. There we see secondary, a late scratch on there. Number 7, Quinn Lottridge, is actually injured and not out there. Starting for him instead is number 10, Drew Vall, a junior, who's actually, I believe, the son of coach defensive coordinator Mike Vall.
So far, the Bath Wildcats have been methodical in their approach offensively. They're not moving real quickly to the line of scrimmage. They're eating up a lot of play clock, and they're picking up first down. Here's the pitch, comes to the near side. That's Clark. He's going to get across midfield with a nifty move, but he's upended, and he'll go down at the Wapak 47-yard line.
And really kind of give credit to Bath, for as stingy of a defense as this is, Coach Garland apparently just, hey, let's line up, let's run the ball, let's establish something, for Bath, who Cam Jenkins, passes the ball pretty well, isn't being asked to do that, but yet they're having a lot of success keeping the ball on the ground against the stingy Redskin defense, which comes in ranked first against the run as well as against everything else. They're only allowing 50 yards rushing a game, Dan.
So second down and 2 coming up here. Briggs is the wide out to the far side of the field. And Wheeler to the near side. And Clark again with the handoff. He dives into the pile. Looks like he's going to be short of the first down, but he'll get inside the 45-yard line.
Yeah, but the good gain on first down allowed that to still set up a third and probably about a short one right here. And in Bath, just lining up in an I formation, every once in a while, power I or offset I, but not doing a whole lot special, a lot of ISO plays. And this is the 8th play of the drive, all on the ground so far. And as mentioned before, they're using up the play clock and kind of looks like shortening up this game a little bit.
Again, Briggs wide to the far side left and Wheeler near side. And it'll be a keeper. And Jenkins will keep it himself. He'll wrestle his way up to the 42-yard line and another Bath first down.
I got just enough of a mush to be able to pick up that first down pretty comfortably, almost a 2-yard gain on that play. And that's the 3rd first down of this drive, and that's all the Redskins gave up last week for the entire game. So Very impressive start for Bath. And so far they've been 2 for 2 on 3rd down efficiency, as we've seen all year long so far. That's a very key stat.
Jenkins brings him to the line of scrimmage, same formation as we've seen in the last 3 plays. This time on first down at the Wapak 42-yard line. It'll be Clark up the middle again, and he'll get a couple up to the 40 on that first down carry.
Yeah, they've chewed up over 5 minutes of clock on this drive so far, all on the ground, and they're just running, the old-fashioned I formation, straight ISO play, base blocking, leading the fullback up the middle, and really, challenging this base 4-3 defense of the Redskins.
Clark came into this game with 7 carries for 53 yards total on the season, so he's having a good afternoon or good evening already. Already has 8 carries tonight, Paul. Back to pass. Jenkins now under pressure, rolls out to the near side. He's going to run it inside the 35. Nice move at the 30, and he'll go out of bounds near the 26-yard line.
Yeah, nice hesitation move to be able to end up giving him the first down yardage. I was really concerned at first that Jenkins didn't make the commitment to roll out first, and I thought he was going to get hit in the backfield. But he showed just enough of a burst to be able to escape and continue this drive and set up yet another first down. Another 14 yards on the play.
Yeah, nice run. And the Redskins getting some pressure on him there, so he showed some agility and some vision to get out of that mess.
Credit Redskin DBs, though, for as much on the ground as they've been. They were not fooled and have provided great coverage.
6 minutes left first quarter. It'll be Clark off the right side now. He gets down inside the 25 to the 23-yard line.
He's able to lunge forward a little bit right there. You had Hartman and Crawford right there to make the play at the line. He actually lunged forward just to get a couple yards. Still short gain. Sets up a 2nd and 8.
so far, all positive plays for Bath. They have continued their move forward.
And you got to really credit that line. You know, this is not the biggest line in the Western Buckeye League. They only have two that are above 200 pounds.
Right.
And that's McGuh and Rudisill, and they're going against a pretty large front that's all 200 pounds and higher, and most of them are 240 and higher.
Right. They had Clark lined up in a slot over on the near side, and then a whistle and a timeout going to be taken on the field. So 5:18 remaining here in the first quarter, and the Wildcats on the drive. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Minster Bank is celebrating 100 years of serving our local communities.
We are proud of our past and we look forward to a promising future.
Thanks for the opportunity to help our local businesses grow.
Thanks for letting us serve you past banking hours.
Thanks for letting us serve you and getting to know you personally.
Through our private wealth management department, we provide trusted investment advice.
Minster Bank's success and longevity is truly a testament to the communities and the customers that we serve.
Thanks for 100.
Welcome back here to Harmon Field. 5:18 remaining here in the first quarter. The Bath Wildcats putting together an impressive drive in their first possession of the ball game. They face a 2nd down and 8 here now. And Clark in motion across the backfield. He'll take the handoff and tries to find a corner, but he is shut down. And the first negative play of this drive for the Wildcats as they lose 2 on that 2nd down carry.
Yeah, first time they've gone out of the they ran a play not in the I formation. They tried to run the jet sweep, and then Thomas Shaneline, someone that we talked about before, very experienced player, 6'3", 240-pound senior, just blew up the play with a lot of penetration on that play, and also coming in the Cockrell from his middle linebacker spot.
3 receivers wide to the near side, and out of the shotgun for the first time tonight is Jenkins. He fires it out to the right, and it's caught. Spinning down inside the 20-yard line to the 8 is Corey Briggs.
And Briggs, that's his 17th catch on the year. He leads Bath in catches, just slightly trailing Wheeler in yards. And unfortunately for him on that 3rd down play, he kind of hesitated when he was short of the sticks. He needed to just kind of go and pick up what he can. Instead, this is going to set up a 4th and a long 2.
Right.
It'll be interesting to see what they do if they try to put the ball in the air, if they try to run the ball. Looks like they're going to be out of a shotgun with trips.
And they have 3 wide receivers to the left. Clark in the backfield on the left hip of Jenkins, and it will be the pass. Left side and caught by the slot man. Then the ball loose, and they're going to say that it was not a reception. And that's a big favor to the Wildcats because Cameron Locke was off to the races if that was a fumble.
So a big 4th down stop there for the Redskins. The pass was there, but I believe it was Huffman came from a safety spot and got contact just as the ball was being caught to result in an incomplete pass. And now the Redskins, even though the defense was on the field for a long time, was able to hold, and now we're going to see the offense for the first time.
It sure seems like Bath should have taken a timeout when they did because nothing went well after that timeout.
Well, just the one negative play kind of really cost them. You can see the pass was right there, and it was Huffman, the big 6'5" junior, with the big tackle, big hit right there.
So the Redskin offense out onto the field for the first time tonight. They send 2 receivers wide to the right. And Morgan will be under center with 2 backs behind him. Here's the handoff to Metz, and he finds some space to the near side of the field. He's got the near sideline to the 45 across midfield. Shakes off one man, and inside the 30, big play down inside the 20 to the 17-yard line.
And Metz, a very experienced player coming back, is a big-time home run hitter for this offense. In one play, a very stark contrast to Bath with a very methodical first drive. The Redskins strike with an enormous play going off the left-hand side. You can see this hesitation and stiff arm. And Henderson with a block down there for a 64-yard gain on the first play from scrimmage.
So momentum shifting dramatically here late in this first quarter as the Redskins now set up inside the red zone on the Bath side of the field at the 17-yard line. And a timeout going to be taken by the Redskins. 3:26.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Back here late in the third quarter, 3:26 left. The Redskins with a big run to set up this first down and 10 at the Bath 17-yard line.
Yeah, Coach Moore called timeout right there. Was not getting the formation that he wanted, so he used one of his timeouts early on. And is here, it looks like, to get Metz the ball on the outside. Metz with a nice cutback at the hash mark, picks up positive yards down inside the 15 to the 13-yard line. Now coming into the game, Keaton Metz, who was a second-team WBL player last year from the running back position, only had 170 yards coming into the game, but he is averaging 5.9 a carry. As mentioned before, he is quite a weapon for this Redskin offense. And a Redskin hobbling off the field, that's Corey Thrush. Yeah, that's one of the left guard for the Wapak Redskins. He's the one kind of inexperienced member, and he's going to be replaced by number 52, Andrew Lawden. Henderson lines up in his slot on the near side, and the ball will be run up the middle down to about the 10-yard line. So a gain of about 3 on that second down carry brings up a third down and short. And nice job by Jared Davis for the Bath Wildcats coming up and making a stop, setting up this third and pretty reasonable, though, for the Redskins. Thomas Shaneline checking into the huddle for the Redskins to bring out some extra beef. And definitely so. Like I said, 240 pounds right there, primarily defensive player, and at times is nearly unblockable in defense. It'd be interesting to see what he does here on the offensive side. Looks like he's going to line up as a tight end over on the far side. Paul Eaton in the backfield on the right hip of Morgan. And it'll be Morgan to take it. He goes off the right side, and he'll dive forward to about the 6, and that should be enough for a Wapak first down. It definitely is, and nice blocking on the right-hand side. Cody Morgan able to have just enough space to be able to pick up that first down and set up a first and goal for the Redskins. So a dramatic change of events here in this first quarter, which has flown by. We're under 2 minutes to play first quarter, when Bath looked like they were going to chew up the whole quarter on their opening possession. Yeah, they had an 8-minute, 7-minute drive to begin with, and the Redskins are just going down extraordinarily quickly. Hand off Eaton off the right side, not much there. He may have gotten the 4-yard line, but only a couple on the carry. Really working that right side after that first big play that went off to the left-hand side for the Redskins so far. Trying to kind of loosen some things up if they can. So it'll bring up a second down and goal from the 4-yard line. Shaneline still out there. They line up Metz as the wide out to the near side of the field. Morgan in the backfield in the shotgun with Eaton on his left hip. And it'll be Morgan again off the left side. He'll dive forward down to the 2. Real nice play by Kyle Lehman from behind, be able to make the play. 5'8", 223-pound nose guard coming in and making that stop. So just 47 seconds remaining here in this first quarter as Pitts checks into the game replacing Shaneline. Yeah, Pitts actually got the start. You know, we originally had Lottridge as a two-way starter, but he is injured and not in uniform tonight. Pitts will line up as the wideout on the far side, and Henderson in the slot inside of him. They put Metz in motion across the backfield, and now flags come down, and this is
going to be painful for the Redskins.
Yeah, that's a big 5-yard penalty, a false start there on the right side by, I believe, Crawford. So that's going to set them back and make it a 3rd and goal from the 8 instead.
That's a big difference. Morgan will come to the sideline to talk to head coach Moyer. 3rd down and goal from the 8-yard line now with 23 seconds remaining first quarter.
So far, Walpock has been entirely on the ground. We'll see if this changes the play call now being on the 8-yard line.
Now they come out with a different set here. 3 receivers, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Morgan again out of the shotgun. He is back to pass. Looking right, has some pressure, escapes. Looks to the corner, and that ball is nearly picked off at the goal line. Broken up on the far side by Luke Nebel.
Yeah, and he had Henderson open early, but the pressure didn't allow Morgan to be able to make the pass right away, and by the time he escaped that pressure, Bath coverage kind of caught up with Henderson.
Well, that'll force the Redskins into a field goal situation.
And Tristan Meyer, the sophomore, had some experience so far in this year. He's 2 for 3 on field goals coming in the game.
Last week, his field goal was the only points the Redskins had going into half. This one is up, and it is good. And so after 1 quarter of play, the Redskins take a 3-0 lead. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
For over 100 years, the Stolly Insurance team has been looking out for you.
We have access to major insurance companies all over the country. But together, we can customize an insurance program that will offer you the best coverage for the best premiums.
Let us look out for you. Give us a call for a personalized proposal today.
Proudly featuring Motorist Insurance, Stolly Insurance in Lima, Walpock, Salina, and Lakeview. Representing Motorist Insurance Group and other fine insurance companies. Stolly Insurance.
Back here at Harmon Field for the start of the second quarter, and Paul, a first quarter ends with 3 points on a 25-yard field goal by Tristan Meyer that capped an 8-play drive for the Redskins, but momentum was clearly in the other direction at the beginning of that quarter.
Well, after that long run by Metz, you'd almost have to call that a win for the Bath Wildcats, who come into the game giving up 31 points a game, to really just hold that to 3 points.
Meyer kicks it away. It'll be returned from the 15-yard line. Back across the 25, spun at the 30, and brought down after getting across the 35-yard line is Corey Briggs.
Yeah, and even though he didn't make the play, Landon Hall kind of slowed Briggs down just enough. Otherwise, he might have been gone.
So that Redskin drive, 8 plays, 73 yards, 3 minutes and 53 seconds. And I believe that run by Metz at the beginning of that drive was a 64-yard run. So not a lot there after that run for the Redskins.
No, so, the big play, struck for Walpock first, and that's one of the keys to the game. Bath did not want to give up a big play, but luckily for, them, they were able to hold that to 3 points. Now it'll be interesting to see what the Bath offense does. They had primarily ground-based first drive that went over 8 minutes long, but wound up with no points.
Pitch to Clark. He goes around the right side. He finds room across the 40, up to the 45 to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, and anytime you go off tackle or go outside like that, your tackle or tight end have to do a great job. And that time, Easton Rudisil, the big junior, did a great job allowing the Wildcats to get the corner on that.
So now another second down and short coming up. The Bath Wildcats have to be very happy with the gains they've made on first down so far in this game.
Yeah, as long as they avoid the negative play, and they've really only had one negative play that kind of threw off their game plan so far.
Mm-hmm. Second down and 2, 3 receivers. And Jenkins will work out of the shotgun. And he's going to keep it himself. He goes up across the middle. He'll dive forward toward midfield, and that's where he'll be stacked up after picking up another first down.
play that we just kind of saw the Redskins run. The Bath did it as well. Immediately quarterback running the ball as soon as he gets it. Jenkins made 2 nice moves, making 2 Redskins miss to be able to move the chains.
So they'll spot the ball right at midfield. And it'll be first down and 10 for the Wildcats.
So one of the keys to the game Bath gave us, the number one they gave us, was to win the time of possession. They are definitely doing so far, Dan.
One receiver in this formation. They have 3 backs behind Jenkins under center. And the handoff will go to the up back off the right side, and nothing there for him. He gets stacked up at midfield.
Yeah, just a host of Redskins right there. We're not fooled at all, led by Hartman on that play.
Bo Gross with the carry. Second down and 10 coming up.
So ball right here at midfield. Bath's got to be happy so far with how they're moving the ball, but they need it to pay off in points if they expect to pull off the upset here tonight.
10 minutes to play here in the half. Out of the shotgun is Jenkins. He puts a man in motion across the backfield to the near side. Gets some pressure from Shane Line. Gets a couple of nice blocks and fires it into the sideline.
They're getting a lot of pressure from Cockrell right there coming up. No one was open. Threw the ball away. Kind of a heady play there by Jenkins. Brings up a 3rd and 10.
Jared Cockrell bringing the heat for the Redskins. 3rd down and 10 for Bath.
Well, the Bath Wildcats have been efficient on 3rd down tonight, 2 out of 3. But most of those 3rd downs have not been of the 10-yard variety.
No, they haven't. So we'll really be looking for them to go to the air on this play.
Out of the shotgun again is Jenkins. 2 receivers to his left. He will have Clark slide over to his right side. Couple of pump fakes, now looking deep down the near side, and he is trying to hook up with Briggs, and he overthrew him.
And I tell you what, that's the same play that Kenton scored a touchdown on late, where it looked like they're going to try to throw a little slip screen, but instead the outside receiver kind of fakes coming inside to block and then goes downfield. The Redskins covered it much, much better this time, even though Briggs had a step there, was not wide open and enough to be able to cause the 4th down.
So punt situation. And Austin Loff on to kick it away. He stands at his own 36-yard line. That one is going to be blocked by Henderson. He timed that perfectly. He'll scoop it up himself, and he's going down the far sideline. He's inside the 10, and he'll be knocked down as he gets to the 2-yard line. The ball came loose, and it's still loose. We'll see what
it's going to be a touchback.
They're going to say that Bath recovered it in the end zone.
So what a turn of events right there. Adam Henderson with a tremendously athletic play to be able to get the block, scooped it up himself, and got inside the 5-yard line, but according to the officials, no, they're going to actually change the call now and say he was down. We'll look at the call here. You see Henderson breaks the tackle, gets a nice block there by Shane Line.
Henderson down the sideline there. This is a great look at it. You see it right there. See if the ball comes out before he hits the ground.
No, that's definitely the right call. So the big play stands, and the Redskins are in prime position to try to be able to put more points on the board.
Fantastic play by Henderson to get through there, and he was there in plenty of time to block that punt.
Sure was. It's kind of a slow developing punt.
Right.
Bath would definitely need to be able to try to clean that up if they are forced to punt again. But now right on the doorstep, you couldn't ask for better field position to start a game, to start a possession.
First and goal for the Redskins, 9:23.
And here's the block itself.
It's almost like he had to wait for him to kick it. So a big special teams play. And one of the keys to the game was to win all phases. And right now the Redskins have won the special teams phase to this point. Morgan under center, two backs behind him. And the handoff will go off the right side and skating into the end zone for the touchdown. The Redskins will get into the end zone for the first time tonight with John Eaton.
Yeah, John Eaton with his 4th touchdown of the year. And again, you couldn't have started a possession much better. You know, Bath has kind of controlled kind of the flow of this game, but 2 major big plays, the Mets run and then the Henderson block punt, has set it up so that this is about to be possibly a 10-0 lead here early in the second quarter.
Meyer has it, or is out there ready to tack on the extra point. Out of the hole to Morgan. The kick is up, and it is good. 9:20 left in the half, and the Redskins open up a 10-0 lead. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
TSC can save you money. How? TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge Bundle Plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet in one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge Bundle Plan, only from TSC.
TSC, give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
9:20 remaining in this half. The Redskins taking advantage of a block punt by Adam Henderson. Get into the end zone for the first time tonight. The ensuing kickoff by Meyer, fielded and brought back to the 30-yard line. And a return by Wheeler. But a one-play, 3-yard drive covering 3 seconds set up by the blocked punt and ensuing return by Henderson to the 3-yard line. On a great special teams play, gives the Redskins their first touchdown of the night.
And right now, Bath can't panic. You know, they've done some good things on offense and unfortunately don't have any points to show for it. You know, 10 points is not insurmountable. However, you know, they need to continue to execute their game plan. They've got a good game plan there. They're dominating time and possession, 10 and a half minutes compared to less than 4 minutes for the Redskins. However, you know, you can't account for the big play, and Bath might need to pull a couple big plays of their own.
They come out with one receiver to each side and an offset eye. The pitch will go to Clark. He goes to the right side. He's hit as he gets to the line of scrimmage and brought down after a couple of yards. Landed Hall there to meet him as he got to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, sophomore there with a nice open field tackle to keep that to a minimal gain.
Well, a 2nd down and 8 coming up now. And I don't think coming into this we expected to see Bath run quite this much.
No, we really thought they were going to be balanced. However, you know, when they talked about wanting to control the line of scrimmage, and they've been very methodical. Again, every play has been snapped with about 5 seconds or less on the play clock.
And the handoff to Clark goes up the middle of the field across the 35 to the 37. Paul, it kind of looked like on that play that some of the Wildcats got started before others.
It seemed like the ball might have been snapped maybe a half second or an instant a little bit late there, but, you know, no call. So play stands, and back running some of the power game with the ISO right there to set up the third and about a short 3.
So manageable 3rd down for the Wildcats as they break huddle. They will have 2 receivers out to the left. Jenkins taking his time getting under center now. 5 seconds left on the play clock as he takes the snap. It goes to Clark, left side. He's going to be shut down short of the first down marker.
Great job by Cockrell coming in from his middle linebacker spot to be able to get him from behind. Otherwise, that would have been an easy first down, if not more. Now that sets up a decision time, a 4th and 1 from inside their own 40. You know, is Coach Garland going to go for it, especially after just having a punt blocked?
Well, and Loft, who is their punter, is off the field now. He's over on the far sideline. So at their own 39-yard line, it looks like they're going to go for it.
And the way they've been running the ball, you know, it's probably their best decision to make.
Big play here for the defense. As Clark goes off the right side, he did not get the first down.
No, he did not. needed to get right to the 40, and neither official is going to be able, is marking it, so marking it as short. Didn't see who got in there for the Redskins, but someone upended him before he got there, and they're not even going to measure it.
Right. So a big defensive stop for the Redskins. Here you go, Paul. Let's another look at it.
You see the replays. Cockrell again. Cockrell making his presence known right here, making some big plays. Made the stop on 3rd down and made the big stop on 4th down. And now the Wildcats, for the second time in 3 possessions, get stopped on a 4th down conversion.
And another opportunity for the Redskins as they're set up with good field position. Not quite as good as their last starting field position, but inside Wildcat territory. First down and 10. And Morgan going to roll out to the near side. Looking, fires it over the middle, and it's caught by Eaton. The flag comes down as Eaton is dragged down inside the 30-yard line.
Yeah, really slow developing play right there. Eaton comes out of the backfield, gets hit late for his 3rd catch of the year. There's a flag down, and they're going to call roughing the passer, which is going to tackle on 15 more yards. So momentum really starting to swing in the favor of the Wapakoneta Redskins.
So after that penalty is marched off, let's see where we mark it here.
Here you can see the replay and just kind of a hit there. I'm not sure if it's much late. He might have went a little bit high on that. But you can see just coming out late into the flats, Eaton able to make kind of a good gain out of it. But just as important is that 15-yard penalty that takes it inside the 15-yard line.
So first down and 10 for the Redskins. They'll come out of the huddle with 3 receivers. 2 to the left, 1 to the near side right. Morgan out of the shotgun with Eaton on his left hip. Takes the snap, handoff Eaton going right side, and he rolls over the pile up to the 11-yard line.
Yeah, Tyler Shaw with the tackle.
Well, we want to let everybody know that our 2-game broadcast each week, and the feature broadcast, which is what you're watching right now, airs at 11 p.m. the night of the game, and then don't forget to check out the bonus game. And there's the other opportunities you have to catch high school football.
Yeah,
Morgan out of the shotgun here on 2nd down. And Morgan's going to keep it himself. He's inside the 5. He's going to push his way down to the 1-yard line.
Yeah, what an effort there by Cody Morgan. Running the zone read option. Really held the ball in there really late before he decided to hold the ball and take it himself.
Right.
And then just running extraordinarily hard. So really running that in there, and then decides to pull it out, avoid some contact there in the backfield. He even fools our cameramen, who are normally never fooled, to be able to get all the way to the 1-yard line.
Well, almost looked like Eaton wasn't going to let go of that ball. So 1st and goal for the Redskins. Under 6 minutes to play and a half. And right up the middle of the field, no indication yet. We'll see if, there it is, touchdown Redskins.
Yeah, and even though he was our leading rusher coming in at the quarterback position, that's Cody's first touchdown of the year. And, you know, this is nearly going to match the score from last week where they defeated the Elida Bulldogs 17-0.
Morgan, after scoring the touchdown, will be out to hold for the extra point. Snap is high, but Morgan gets it down, and it is up and good. 5:45 remaining here in the half, and the Redskins now with a 17-point edge. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
We are state of the art.
We are professional.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. We are service you can trust.
We are here for you.
With custom fabrication, a variety of roofing options, and exceptional roofing knowledge and expertise, Frost Roofing is committed to providing top-notch quality service on every project. To learn more, visit us online at frost-roofing.com and follow us on social media.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Seconds and gives the Redskins a 17-0 lead.
But really the story so far, big plays in field position, especially the last two drives starting in Wildcat territory for the Redskins, has allowed 2 touchdowns to be scored for the Wapak the last 2 possessions.
Meyer has it teed up to kick it away. And Bath, who was controlling the ball in the early stages of the first quarter, has really struggled offensively since. Up across the 20 to their 25, and that'll be all for Briggs on the return.
I tell you what, Jacob Hartman has been on every special team tackle so far. Just, it takes a little bit of a special attitude to play special teams, and he's not just a special teamer for him, but he gets his nose dirty on every special teams play.
So Bath will bring their offense back out onto the field. 5:39 left in this half. They will try to establish something positive before we go to the locker room here.
And, their offense, is fairly good. They put up 42 points last week. They did get shut out against a pretty good Salina team. And in the first week of the season, had a nice battle with Lima Central Catholic. So, it is a capable offense, but, they can't afford to fall behind too much more.
Clark with the pitch goes to the right side. He's up across the 25 to the 28-yard line, make it the 29. They had a 4-yard gainer on first down. They've done a pretty good job, Paul, of picking up yards on first down.
Yeah, they certainly have. And, they've only had a couple negative plays, but something they haven't had offensively is a big play. Everything has been, from 4 to 8 yards for their good plays. They're not getting large chunks of yardage.
They set up here with 3 receivers in a triangle on the near side. And Jenkins will be in the shotgun with Clark back there with him. He rolls out near side, looking, fires deep down the near sideline, and it's going to go into the Wapakoneta bench.
Some miscommunication right there. Jenkins was looking for a Wheeler to kind of go upfield. They were in a bunch formation. Generally what you want to do against that is go against man-to-man coverage and try to get guys running into each other. In that case, there was some miscommunication on the offensive end because no one did go deep. Everyone kind of stayed in the same area.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's something that Coach Garland talked about after last week's game, was the importance of them stretching the field and going deep. And Trey Wheeler, a big part of that. And we have not called his name a lot here tonight. And now encroachment on the Wapakoneta side as they go across the line of scrimmage early, and that's going to give Bath 5 free yards. And sets up a very manageable 3rd down and 1 to go. So the Redskin defense just made things easier for Bath on this 3rd down.
Yeah, it definitely changes the play call here, right here. Going from a 3rd and 6 to a 3rd and 1.
Bath on a 3rd down. They have 2 out of 5 so far here tonight. It'll be Clark to the right side. He's got the first down and more as he's spun out down at the 39-yard line.
A nice tackle right there by Dallas Ambrose. But it is good enough for a first down. It's something that Bath needs to do to probably get going here so far. Is Jenkins is only 1 for 5 passing coming into the game. Like I said, he was 4th in the Western Buckeye League in passing yardage. They're going to need to get some more production from him from the passing game.
Yeah, he threw for almost 300 yards last week. He is under center here, 2 backs behind him, and a receiver to each side on a 1st down and 10. They spot the ball at their Bath 40-yard line. And the handoff goes to Clark, left side, not much there, maybe a 2-yard pickup.
You know, one thing that you probably need to give some credit, what might be coming into the decision making, is just the experienced secondary of Wapak. You know, with Locke, Morgan, and Huffman, you have a lot of guys that have a lot of experience back there in varsity action, as well as a pretty experienced pass rush with Shane Line, especially coming after you.
Well, a 2nd down and 8 now as we're under 4 minutes to play in the half. And the amount of time left in the half really hasn't affected the approach Bath has taken all night long in regard to the play clock. Here's Clark on the right side. He's going to bowl his way up to the 45.
Well, they've had a lot of success. You know, Coach Garland's got to be somewhat happy with the way that they are running the ball. You know, it's just the Redskins aren't letting them get to that next level. The linebackers are making the plays, which a lot of times with 4-3s, that's how it's supposed to be anyway. You know, the guys up front kind of occupy the defenders, and then the linebackers come and clean the play up.
Well, a 3rd down and 5 now coming up for Bath.
So that was the 23rd rush of the game so far already for the Bath Wildcats.
It looked like movement again over here on the near side, but an incomplete pass. As that one short hops, Isaac Ingram, that was Briggs, the intended receiver.
And Jenkins now 1 for 6 passing, and a big 3rd down misconversion right there.
And a 4th down and 5 at their own 45-yard line, and out comes their punter. So Loft will kick it away.
Keep an eye on Adam Henderson on this side again. You know, they decided to change formations here and bring Trey Wheeler inside as a blocker as opposed to split him out.
Henderson gets through there, but not nearly as quickly, and the kick is away. It'll hit inside the 30 and roll down for Bath to about the 20-yard line, and that's where the Redskin offense will take over again with 2:47 left in the half.
1st and 10 from the 20-yard line.
35-yard kick by Long.
We'll be interested to see what Coach Moyer decides to approach here with this possession. You know, you're at your 20-yard line, but you have a 17-0 lead. So there's, as long as you don't do anything really silly, you're really in control of the football game.
So probably looking for safe passing and running the ball. Eaton in the backfield with Morgan. On his right side, he has 1 receiver wide to the near side. Now they put a man in motion. That's Locke. He will take the pitch. Comes to the near side and gets across the line of scrimmage, but spun out of bounds near the 23. So not a tremendous amount there for Locke, but positive yards nonetheless.
And Cameron's normally a defensive player, but he will get some time on offense because, you know, he's a really good athlete. And, you know, the Redskins have kind of a nice problem. You know, they have several guys that, you know, are big-time playmakers with Locke and Henderson and Metz, where, you know, each one of them probably, you know, merit an opportunity to try to make some plays on the offensive end.
Pitts the wide out to the near side. And Locke will line up in the backfield along with Eaton. And the handoff goes up the middle of the field to Eaton, who is tripped up as he gets across the 30 to the 31, but enough for a 1st down. He looked upset at the end of that run, like he was 1 step away from breaking it big.
Tell you what, Andrew Loudon, number 52, stepping in here on the offensive line, made a tremendous block, really just kind of burying his man to open up that hole.
Under 2.5 to play here, 2nd quarter. 2 receivers left, 1 to the near side right. And Morgan fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself, and he'll be hit as he gets across the 30 up to the 33-yard line. A couple of yards there for Morgan, who took a pretty good pop as he got up to the line of scrimmage. So a 2nd down and 8 coming up now as we hit the 2-minute mark. Henderson in his slot on the far side of the field. And they hand it off to Locke, who goes up the middle across the 35 to the 36.
So Locke in an extended look right here on the offensive end. And Coach Moore kind of be somewhat conservative here, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're up 17-0. You have guys that just by running the ball could be able to bust it, like Metz did earlier. So definitely nothing wrong with this approach.
Right. So the Redskins will come to the line of scrimmage on this 3rd down and 5. They are 1 out of 2 on 3rd downs, and Morgan rolls out. He's got pressure, escapes 2 men to the near side, then fires it down the near sideline, and it's going to be incomplete. Intended for Henderson, and he'll bring up a 4th down.
Yeah, Morgan tried to make a play right there. He went to his left, nothing there, then went to his right and tried to hook up with Henderson to no avail. This does give Bath an opportunity to get the ball back and potentially in some decent field position, try and make something happen before this half ends.
Cameron Locke will kick it away on this 4th down. Return man standing at his own 32-yard line. Locke gets the kick away. Pretty good kick. It angles away from the Bath return man and takes a Wapak roll down to the 25-yard line.
Locke's back. Now by the Redskins. First down Bath.
More information about our bonus game, and that's going to be St. Mary's as they're playing tonight. And you'll be able to visit in Elida, right? And there you see the Game Face Ohio channel where you're able to view the bonus game on the Sunday following. And then don't forget to hit us up on Facebook and Twitter. And stay connected. More information available on our Facebook page, and then the information comes directly to you. You don't have to search it out.
So after that 39-yard punt, it'll be interesting to see here Bath how aggressive that they're going to be to try to get something going on the offensive end. Remember, Jenkins coming in to this drive was only 1 for 6 passing. He didn't get as good a field position as you might like, but this might be a good opportunity to try to see if you can get him going a little bit.
Well, they're definitely picking up the pace of their offense here as Jenkins on the 1st down carry picks up 4 yards. He puts a man in motion across the backfield to the near side. Takes the snap out of the shotgun, looking. He'll fire over here to the near sideline and missed his intended receiver by about 5 yards.
Yeah, I don't know if he had second thoughts on his delivery there, but that ball wasn't, very close to Luke Nebel. So, brings up a 3rd and 6 with 32 seconds left. If they're able to pick up a 1st down, they still have 2 timeouts left, but they have yet to show that they can get, chunks of yardage against this Redskin defense.
And as much as we thought we were going to talk about Trey Wheeler in this ball game, we haven't mentioned him much at all.
No, the Redskins have done a pretty good job when they have passed with bottling him up. Now they got Cameron Locke on him one-on-one right now.
It'll be Jenkins on the run to the right side. Escapes a couple of guys up across the 30 to the 33. And the clock will continue to move as a 4th down coming up. It looks like the Redskins are going to be content to let the rest of this time run off the clock as they're down to 14 seconds here. And it looks like Bath will let those final seconds tick away. Nope. Timeout going to be taken here by the Redskins with just 6 seconds left. So they're going to force Bath to kick this one away and see if they can make something happen. They've won the special teams battle to this point.
Kind of a curious timeout. I do understand that you want them to punt, but you could have called the timeout a little bit earlier and still forced them to punt. Technically there's enough time they could technically just run a Hail Mary and still run out the clock anyway.
So, going to be giving away sunglasses here at the stadium tonight. And there you see, it's brought to you by the Wapakoneta Daily News and the Game Face Ohio crew. And it's a beautiful night for sunglasses.
So the Rotary giving away items before every home game. They give 300 sunglasses this time at the Rotary Gazebo.
That would have come in handy in those the games that were interrupted by lightning.
Yes, it would have.
3 receivers to the near side for Bath as they're going to go for it here on a 4th down and 2. Jenkins will run it again No, he's just going to hold on to it and be tackled as the time winds down here in this second quarter. So the chess match there to end the quarter for these two coaches. 17-0, the Redskins take the lead into the locker room. We'll be back with a halftime report. You are watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Strength is about so much more than the body. It's about being together, serving, sharing, and caring for those around us. It's about keeping score in the heart rather than on a scoreboard. Be a part of a community that builds more than your body. At the Wapakoneta Family YMCA.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Welcome into the Game Face Ohio halftime show. The Redskins on top by a score of 17-0. And let's recap the scoring for you. They started with their first possession late in the first quarter and ran 8 plays for 73 yards, capped by a 25-yard Tristan Meyer field goal. Their next possession was set up by this Adam Henderson blocked punt, which he recovered and ran down the sidelines to the 3-yard line. That set up the 3-yard run by Adam Eaton at the 9:20 mark in the second quarter and gave the Redskins a 10-0 lead. Their next possession was set up by a defensive stand by the Redskins and a stopped 4th down conversion by Bath that gave the Redskins the ball at the 39. That eventually led to this 1-yard touchdown run by Cody Morgan that gave the Redskins their 17-0 halftime lead. So the Redskins were being pushed around a little bit in that first quarter, Paul, but momentum changed on their first possession on a big play by Keaton Metz.
Yeah, definitely a 64-yard run on the first play for scrimmage for the Redskins. We can see here from a couple different angles. It's just going to be a basic wing tee off tackle play. You see, first of all, Blake Fenning and Jared Smith, 65 and 86, collapsing the left side to begin with. Now you get a great look of the pulling guards here. First of all, with kick-out block, Corey Thrush, and then Corey Crawford with a tremendous number 53, blocking 2 men, including Jared Smith, with him. Here you see it again. 2 guys coming, the front side blocking down. Nice kick-out block. You can see Metz cutting off the blocks right here. And this is really, the foundation to a big play as he cuts up the sidelines, finishes off with a stiff arm on his way to a 64-yard gain.
Well, that put momentum on the side of the Redskins, and they kept it through the second quarter as they continued to add their lead. The Redskins first half statistics look like this.
Yeah, very ground-based as you could kind of expect. You can see the Redskins and Wildcats both getting their job done on the ground, not much through the air. In time of possession, Bath Wildcats really executing what they wanted to do, just have not translated into points. From an individual standpoint, we have Clark leading the way for Bath with 59 yards rushing. Metz leading the way with 71 yards rushing. Again, both quarterbacks still trying to struggle to get it going. Jenkins 1 for 7 passing for Bath for only 7 yards, and Cody Morgan only 1 for 3 passing for 10 yards for the Redskins.
Well, that'll wrap up the halftime show here on the Game Face Ohio. We'll be back with the second half kickoff right after this.
You see an orange truck, you think GA Windsor & Son Company. But the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, we want you to think green. Why green? Because GA Windsor & Son are the original recyclers. Using a modern fleet of trucks, GA Windsor & Son Company collects food co-products from restaurants, food retailers, and food manufacturers in Ohio, Indiana, Michigan, and Kentucky. These food co-products are used to manufacture quality livestock and pet care feed ingredients. So the next time you see an orange GA Windsor & Son truck, think green.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Back here for the start of the third quarter at Harmon Field, and the Redskins won the toss and elected to defer, so they will get the ball to start this second half. And they carried momentum from the end of the first quarter all the way through to halftime. We'll see if they can continue it through the break and into this third quarter.
Yeah, unfortunately for Bath, even though they're kind of executing really what they wanted to do, they've dominated the time possession. They've had the ball a lot offensively, but they have yet to put the ball into the end zone, and they're staring at a 17-0 deficit.
Kick is away. It's a high kick, and it'll be fielded on the far side near the 23-yard line. And up across the 30, about a 10-yard return. And that's where the Redskin offense will take over.
Yeah, so Court Miracle on the return right there. And the Redskins, so far it's kind of been, hard to measure what they've done offensively. They had one big play to start off the game, which resulted into a field goal. They had another possession on a silver platter, starting from the 3-yard line, was able to punch that in. And then another possession starting from the 39-yard line. So, this will be the first time that we can try to see, can they put together a long drive against this Bath defense?
Henderson lines up wide to the near side right. And it'll be Morgan out of the shotgun. He puts a man in motion across the backfield. That's Metz. Morgan keeps it himself, but he's up to the 35-yard line. So he fights his way up for a couple of yards, but not much there.
The Bath defense, with the exception of that long run, has done a pretty good job against this Redskin defense. They're kind of maligned coming into the game. As mentioned before, they're 9th in the Western Buckeye League, giving up 31 points a game. But, take away that special teams play where it started at the 3-yard line, or over the course of the game, they've done a fairly effective job against the Redskins.
Well, and even on that possession, Paul, they only gave up 3 yards. Morgan fires it left side, and it's caught up across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46-yard line. After making the catch with Jared Smith, he picks up the first down.
Yeah, and another Jared makes the play right there for the Bath defense, but Morgan looked pretty sharp on that one, finding his tight end. That's Smith's 3rd catch of the year.
So a first down for the Redskins at the 46-yard line.
And obviously you can't argue with the results that the Redskins have had with a 17-0 lead, but they just haven't been able to find a flow offensively so far. But this drive's off to a good start.
Pitts lines up wide to the near side. Morgan under center. He'll put Metz in motion. The handoff goes to Eaton. He goes off the right side, and he'll cross midfield to the 49-yard line.
Yeah, Wheeler coming up from the secondary to be able to make the play on that one, but still a pretty good gain there on first down for the Redskins.
About 5 yards on that first down carry. And the Redskins definitely trying to get the passing game more involved in this offense here in this second half. They bring 3 receivers to the line here. 2 to the left and 1 to the near side. Morgan underneath to Henderson, who makes the catch up to the 45-yard line. He'll be about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, that's not an easy pass to complete. Just running the slant from the inside receiver. Henderson has a little tight window to be able to make that catch, and Morgan was able to, find him right in there. Henderson, the leading receiver for this Redskin team, brings up a 3rd and 1.
1 receiver wide to the far side. That's Pitts. And Eaton and Metz in the backfield. Henderson on the right side in the wing. Morgan under center, takes a snap, goes to Eaton left side. He's stacked up at the line of scrimmage. It looks like he's going to be short of the first down, Paul.
Chase Clark coming up and making a nice play in the backfield to keep Eaton from being able to get that first down. However, maybe we were wrong on that. They are going to give him a nice spot right there, and they're giving him a first down.
Wow. That was a surprising spot. So
well, it's definitely not 2nd and 44 like we have on our graphic. Trust us, it is 1st and 10. Oh.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. And Morgan fires it left side where it's caught. And the big tight end will fight his way up to the 36-yard line. Again, Jared Smith on the receiving end there.
So only 1 pass completion for the Redskins in the first half, and they have 3 on this possession. So Coach Moyer wanted to get some confidence in the passing game and is able to be successful so far. Nice little combo route where he had Smith on the out route, and then he also had someone going deep. And Morgan looking pretty sharp on this possession.
Mm-hmm. 2nd down and 2 coming up for the Redskins. This is their opening possession of the second half, trying to pad a 17-0 lead. Morgan will keep it himself, and he's going to pick up the first down as he dives forward to the 32-yard line. Nice run by Morgan there.
Yeah, kind of a dangerous play right there, actually, for the Bath defense. It looks like they were expecting pass, and they had a large rush coming upfield, and Morgan ran past that first wave pretty easily, but luckily Bo Gross for the Wildcat defense was right there to make the play.
So Morgan will bring them to the line of scrimmage for the 9th play of this possession. They line up now with a 4-receiver set. I think this is the first time we've seen him come out with 4 wide tonight. Morgan out of the shotgun. He lobs it left to Henderson, and he'll pick up a few yards across the 30 to the 29.
Yeah, running that jet screen to Morgan right there, to Henderson right there for Morgan. Bath did a great job kind of coming up and making that stop. Again, Bo Gross, it's hard to say this about a sophomore, but, he is a veteran returning starter, was a starting player for this defense as a freshman last year, but he's a good-sized sophomore at 6 foot 215.
That's just a good-sized person.
It is. We don't need to label him.
What's that?
We don't need to label him.
3 receivers to the right. And the ball loose. Morgan scoops it up. He's going to try to make something out of it. He'll push forward to the 29-yard line and got a yard out of it. That could have been much worse.
Oh, certainly. Avoiding disaster right there. A lot of penetration by the Wildcats. And, the ball, getting a little loose right there. We'll see right here at the replay, it was supposed to be a trap play, which Bath was going to break up, bust up anyway. Morgan luckily was able to come back up with the ball and actually even gain just a slight little bit and even held on to the ball when trying to be stripped.
So a 3rd down and 7 now coming up for the Redskins. 2 receivers to the right and 1 to the left. They are 3 for 5 on 3rd downs tonight. Deep ball down the left side and off the hand of Metz on the far side.
Just slightly underthrown. Same pattern that they've run twice earlier on this possession where they hit Smith on the out pattern. This time they went for Metz deep and he was open. Ball slightly underthrown, allowed the defender to come back in late and tip the ball away. Looks like it's going to be 4th down, but Coach Moore going to go for it with the field position.
Yep.
You can see the play right there. Wheeler knocking it away right there at the end.
So 2 receivers wide to the right and motion. And looks like there was motion in more than one place. Pitts moved early on this side, and I think there was some motion on the offensive line on the far side of the field as well.
Yeah, and the receiver should never jump off sides. He's supposed to be coached to look at the ball and not listen to the cadence.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that somewhere before. 4th down and now 12 to go. And it doesn't really look like the offense is coming off the field here either.
No, still it's not a great position to punt. And, your risk reward, it's still the best play is to kind of go for it here.
So we'll see what the Redskins pull out of the hat here. Henderson is wide to the far side left. Metz in a slot on the near side. Morgan finds some time, fires it over the middle, and it's caught by the tight end inside the 20 to the 15, down the near sideline to the 5, and finally wrestled down to the 2-yard line.
What a tremendous play.
David Stewart on the receiving end there.
Jared Smith, actually, his third reception on this drive, and a really big one there for a 4th down conversion. Came open late on the crossing pattern, and then had a nice move. Tight ends don't usually have moves like that, Dan.
Well, that's not since Paul Sadler graduated.
Bringing it all the way down to the 1-yard line, and the Redskins are looking to cap this drive off.
1st and goal for the Redskins. Morgan brings him to the line, handoff to the right side, and skating into the end zone is Keaton Metz to cap that possession.
So the Redskins spreading the love around. That's Metz's 3rd touchdown of the year, and that's the 3rd different rushing touchdown Redskin tonight.
So Keaton Metz caps opening possession of the second half of the Redskins with a 1-yard touchdown run. And now Meyer will be out to attempt the extra point out of the hold of Morgan. Hold is down, and Matt Meyer's kick is up, and it is good. 7:08 remaining here in the 3rd quarter, and the Redskins now with a 24-0 end. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Minster Bank is celebrating 100 years of serving our local communities.
We are proud of our past, and we look forward to a promising future.
Thanks for the opportunity to help our local businesses grow.
Thanks for letting us serve you past banking hours.
Thanks for letting us serve you and getting to know you personally.
Through our private wealth management department, we provide trusted investment advice.
Minster Bank's success and longevity is truly a testament to the communities and the customers that we serve.
Thanks for 100.
TSC can save you money. How? TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge bundle plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet into one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge bundle plan only from TSC.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
Well, the Redskins picked up where they left off in the first half and put together an impressive opening possession to start this 3rd quarter. And now leading 24-0. Keaton Metz capping the drive with a 1-yard touchdown run. But a big 4th down conversion by the Redskins kept that drive going. Bath with the return up to the 32-yard line, and that's where they'll get their first crack with the ball.
And I tell you what, Dan, what I was impressed with on that drive was the balance. Morgan was 5 for 6 passing on that possession, including the big 4th down conversion to Smith. Despite that one little mistake that they had that kind of set up the 4th and long. They ran the ball, decently. They passed the ball very well, and that's exactly what you want to do coming out of the locker room is extend that lead.
Yeah, they definitely developed the passing game a little bit there on that possession.
So we'll see if Bath is able to do that as well. Again, Jenkins didn't have a real strong first half, but he's definitely capable of having big halves, so we can see if he can do it.
He will keep it himself, and he'll run into a pile at the line of scrimmage and get maybe a yard up to the 33-yard line.
Well, the Wildcats were in that bunch formation, and, the Redskins are almost kind of challenging him. They only put the 3 guys out there for their 3 guys and left everybody else in the box, which lets them to outnumber the Wildcats.
Well, they'll give him 2 yards on that carry, so a 2nd down and 8 coming up. They put 3 receivers wide to the right again. Jenkins with time. Rolling out to the right, still looking downfield, fires it toward the sideline, and it's broken up on the far side. Nice play there by Aaron Huffman.
Yeah, really good coverage by Huffman right there. And, one of the reasons why Jenkins hasn't completed a whole lot of passes is because there's not been a whole lot of guys open for the Wildcats. And to that, you got to credit the Redskins secondary.
Well, it's an experienced group back there. They've done a good job tonight. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the near side left. Jenkins out of the shotgun. Fires it out to the right, and he threw it a little bit too high for his intended receiver. He was trying to connect with Wheeler.
Yeah, Wheeler was our player to watch coming into the game, and unfortunately for him, he just hasn't been able to kind of get it going yet.
That play looked like had a potential for some yardage, but pass a little bit too tall, and it's going to bring up a 4th and 8 and another punt situation for the Wildcats. Loft on there to kick it away. He stands at his own 19-yard line. Cameron Locke back to receive it. He's at his own 36. That one nearly blocked as well, but a good one away, and Locke will call for the fair catch. Redskins will start with good field position at their own 37. So a fantastic offensive possession for the Redskins coming out of the locker room, and a solid defensive series right there. So the Redskins right where they want to be right now.
Yeah, in the Western Buckeye League, where you're playing stout competition every night, you couldn't ask for anything more. Having a good lead at halftime, go down and score by mixing it up, overcoming a little bit of adversity with that 4th down, getting a 3 and out, and now some decent field position to start the second possession.
You guys need to quit talking and watch the game.
Pitts, the lone wideout, lines up to the left. The handoff will go to Eaton. He goes off the left side, and he'll get across the 40 to the 42-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup on first down for Eaton.
Eaton, kind of a workhorse for this offense. He's going to get a lot of carries, and it's going to be between the tackles. So he's going to absorb a lot of punishment, and he's a tough kid. So he definitely thrives on that, and wants to be able to move the pile and get positive yardage for the Redskins.
2nd down and 5 coming up now. Morgan under center. He'll hand it off to Henderson. Henderson finds some space across midfield, and he'll be wrestled down as he gets to the 49-yard line. First down for the Redskins.
And so I kind of alluded to at the end of the first half when Locke was getting some touches. Henderson, Metz, Locke, they all need some touches because they are explosive athletes that can make things happen.
So another first down for the Redskins, now in Bath territory at the 49-yard line. Morgan will bring him to the line. He's under center. Hand off to Eaton, right up the middle, and he's going to bull his way up for a couple of yards to the 46.
Chase Clark on the stop for the Wildcats.
Chase Clark with the stop right there for Bath. Again, not the most, scintillating play that you're going to see in there, but, basic trap play by the Redskins. You got to make them honor the inside run.
Well, they'll spot that at the 47, so only a couple of yards on that carry for Eaton. And now Morgan will operate out of the shotgun with 3 receivers to choose from, and a flag comes down in the backfield.
Yeah, ticky-tack call coming here on Will Rankin at right guard. I think he's kind of getting himself set, and in doing so, his hand must have been on the ground, and he kind of stood up and kind of reset. And once your hand is established on the ground in high school, unless you are a eligible receiver, you can't move without that being a penalty.
Mm-hmm. Well, that turns it into a 2nd down and 13 now, and pushes the Redskins back to their own side of the 50. That is the 5th penalty now against the Redskins tonight.
The Redskins actually came into tonight as the 2nd least penalized team in the Western Buckeye League.
Pass out to the near side, caught by Metz, and he'll get back to the original line of scrimmage at the 49-yard line.
Yeah, pretty short gain right there. Morgan was under immediate pressure right there.
So under 4.5 minutes to play here in the 3rd quarter. And the Redskins will come to the line. 3 receivers now in this set on a 3rd down and 10. Metz wide to the near side right. They have Henderson in a slot inside of Pitts on the far side. They go to the left. And it is Henderson who converts the 3rd down up near the 36-yard line.
Nice
job by Henderson.
Yeah, nice clutch play right here. We can see on the replay, kind of a nice 5-step drop. Beautiful ball right there on the out route. Henderson right at the sticks when he caught the ball. Absorbed a little bit of punishment right there with a nice hit by Bath, but it's enough to move the chains on a 13-yard catch.
High school football at Game Face Ohio is brought to you in part by TSC. As the Redskins set up for a 1st down and 10 here. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Eaton takes the handoff. He goes off left side. He's going to get down inside the 35 to the 32-yard line. High school football at Game Face Ohio also brought to you in part by Astro Lanes. And there you see the contact information for them.
And Astro Lane's not just a place to bowl at. Nice place to go hang out after the game, grab some food, grab some drinks. And truthfully, they also supplied the pizza for us before, and it was pretty darn delicious.
That's right. That's critical. That's what really gets us going for these broadcasts. And you want to say hi to Dave Generette when you go over there. Handoff to Metz. He's going to pick up the 1st down on the far side of the field as he'll go out of bounds near the 23-yard line.
Similar play that he busted wide open on the first play of the game. Metz is just a dangerous player who can make things happen.
So the Redskins doing exactly what they did on their first possession of this half.
So, he has 82 yards, but only on 5 carries so far, Dan.
Well, it's always nice when your first carry goes for 64 yards. That helps the average.
It bumps it up a little bit,
yep.
Doesn't it?
Yep. Not as much there on that carry for Eaton, but he picks up a couple on the 1st down carry.
As mentioned before, Eaton, his role as the fullback in this offense, is going to be run between the tackles, a lot more bodies between the tackles. He's going to get some of the tougher yardage for you. Might not bust as long of the plays as those other guys, but that's not what his role is on this team.
He will line up directly behind Morgan on this 2nd down and 8. Morgan rolls out to the left. Looking downfield, he fires, and it's caught by the tight end and out of bounds at the 5-yard after a nice reception there is Smith.
And Jared Smith, his 4th catch of the game, only had 2 coming into the game. So, he really being looked at by Morgan and the coaching staff. And that was a nice catch. That ball had some steam on it.
Mm-hmm.
And, he caught the ball right around his head right here, as we're going to see on the sprint out. This 16-yard gain, really hard throw. And sometimes that's give Morgan some credit there. Rolling to your left as a right-hander is not easy to get around and be able to throw that ball.
1st and goal from the 5, and the handoff goes to Metz. Nifty move at the line of scrimmage. He'll fall forward for about 3.
Again, showing some versatility offensively for the Redskins so far, being successful both on the ground and passing the ball this possession.
That run goes for 4 yards for Keaton Metz, so it'll bring up 2nd down and goal from the 1. And the 11th play of this possession coming up for the Redskins. Morgan under center, hands it off. Metz going left side again, looking for the corner, and he finds it. Keaton Metz into the end zone for the 2nd time tonight. His 2nd 1-yard touchdown run for the Redskins.
And a really nice looking drive right there for the Redskins, as mentioned before. Morgan really on passing the ball, was 8 for 9 so far here in the 2nd half passing. And they've gotten the ball, running the ball when they need to as well.
Morgan out to hold for Meyer on the extra point. There's the snap. The hold is down, and the kick by Meyer is up and good. 1:16 remaining 3rd quarter here at Harmon Field, and the Redskins now lead 31-0. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Owen Kitchen and Bath Showroom has been family owned and operated since 1990. We can help you from start to finish with your entire project. Let one of our professional designers put the final touches on your project. Owen Kitchen and Bath now has 2 showrooms to better serve you in Wapakoneta and Lima. Owen Kitchen and Bath, cabinetry that will take your breath away at prices that won't.
Where is that TSC bill? How can I pay it if I can't find it?
You don't need the bill. You can pay it online at telcirco.com.
Wasn't there a special this month?
Yes, we got it from TSC's Facebook page.
I know I've got the announcement for the club here somewhere.
I just sent it to TSC to air on Channel 2. With Telcirco.com, Facebook, Channel 2, and their newsletter, TSC makes it easy to stay connected.
Now, if they could just help me clean up my desk.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Just over a minute remaining here in the third quarter, and the Wapakoneta Redskins well on their way to going 4-0 on this 2014 season, as they have dominated the Bath Wildcats since the later stages of the first quarter.
Yeah, and Walpole came into the year as one of the favorites in the Western Buckeye League, and they're really kind of showing that right now. But what you may not necessarily know is historically, these are the top 2 winningest teams in Western Buckeye League history. St. Mary's is actually first, but Walpole is the second winningest team all time in the Western Buckeye League, with winning 53% of their games, 53.8% of the games, and Bath has won 53.1% of their games. However, Bath has not had a winning season since 2003. They've had a couple 5-5 seasons here and there, and they were 4-6 last year, but they haven't had a winning season since 2003 when they also made the playoffs.
That's a bit of a drought.
It is, and as I mentioned, for a historic football power in the Western Buckeye League, very unusual for Bath.
Mm-hmm. Nice return by Trey Wheeler up to the 43-yard line, and that's where Bath will start their next possession. Now, Paul, I wanted to mention, we talked about Wheeler at the beginning of this game, and he has been their leading receiver all season long as Jenkins rolls out to the right and fires down the center of the field. It'll be caught near a first down by the tight end Garrett Metcalf. But at this stage in the game, they haven't been able to get the ball to Wheeler the conventional way by throwing it to him. You mix him into that running game a little bit more?
Well, it's, whatever they have on their offense, you don't want to try to make things up on the fly. If that's what they practice, maybe that's something you consider. But, they kind of need to get their offensive passing game on track. Their running game's not been too bad, although, didn't necessarily see it on that particular play. Mm-hmm. Bath's just, I guess, it's got to develop some consistency. They've had a little bit of Jekyll Hyde thing. They've been shut out so far this game. They put up 42 points last week. They're shut out the week before that. So, they kind of need to really find themselves and get some confidence, which will result in consistency.
Well, they'll have 12 more minutes to try and find themselves here tonight. They trail the Redskins 31-0 as we head to the final frame. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
For over 100 years, the Stolly Insurance Team has been looking out for you.
We have access to major insurance companies all over the country.
But together, we can customize an insurance program that will offer you the best coverage for the best premiums.
Let us look out for you. Give us a call for a personalized proposal today.
Proudly featuring Motorist Insurance, Stolly Insurance in Lima, Walpock, Salina, and Lakeview. Representing Motorist Insurance Group and other fine insurance companies. Stolly Insurance.
TV everywhere.
TV everywhere?
That's right, everywhere. You can watch TV from your tablet, your phone, your laptop, any mobile device, anywhere you want.
Laundromat?
Yes.
Grocery store?
Yes.
Park?
Yes.
What if I wanted to watch TV at home?
All your favorite networks all the time. It's TV everywhere from TSC.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
Back here for the start of the fourth quarter. Redskins in control, but Bath with the ball here. Second down and 11 coming up for them. And Jenkins back to pass. Has time, fires it down the center of the field where it's caught by Briggs down inside the 20 to the 14-yard line. So Briggs with the first big play of the night for the Bath Wildcats. Unfortunately for them, it comes in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, nice play by Jenkins, maybe then kind of get him going. Something we should mention right now, first down right there. Normally the clock would stop, but with the new OSHA rule, clock never stopped on this because when it's a 30-point or more game, it's a running clock now in the second half.
33 yards on that connection from Jenkins to Briggs. They come out with three receivers here again, and a man in motion across the backfield. That's Clark. He takes the handoff. And he'll get stacked up as he tried to go around the corner on the right side. There was nothing there.
Yeah, Cockrell right there. We've mentioned his name a lot on the defensive end. Made a nice form tackle right there, and then Clark went nowhere.
actually spot that ball back close to the 15-yard line, so he lost a couple on that play. 2nd down and 12 coming up.
So this is Bath's best opportunity to put points on the board since their long first possession, where, if you remember, they had the ball for over 8 minutes to start the ball game, but then just came up empty.
3 receivers wide to the left. That's Wheeler, Briggs, and Nebel. And Jenkins going to be flushed and sacked back at the 19-yard line. So a loss of 4 more.
And Thomas Shainline right there for what I believe is his first sack of the year. Always puts pressure on, but this time he finally got pay dirt as Jenkins probably held on the ball just slightly too long. Again, good coverage there by the secondary.
So Jenkins will take a stroll over to the sideline to talk to the coaches before going back to the huddle.
So definitely, in this situation, you got 2 downs to try to convert here. You don't have to get a touchdown because you can get a first down at about the 4-yard line, but you definitely want to get, a chunk here, ideally.
Similar formation here as they bring out with the 3 receivers to the left. And Jenkins will step up. He's going to run it to the near side, inside the 10 to the 5, and he's upended there. He'll go down at the 2-yard line.
Yeah, and they got the big chunk right there. That's enough for a first down. There is a flag down in the backfield, and this is going to come back.
Now that's disheartening for that Wildcat team because that was one of their better plays tonight.
It is, and so the call is holding, and it's going to go from about the 3-yard line, and it's going to go way back from where the flag is thrown. Looks like it's going to be marched all the way back close to the 40. The 36-yard line.
And they need to get to the 4 to get the first down.
So really, it's considered a 10-yard penalty, but really it cost them over 30 yards of field position.
Right. So it will bring up the 3rd down and quite a distance here. You're right around 32 yards. Same formation again for Bath with the 3 receivers to the left. There's the snap. Jenkins again flushed. He will step up and fire that one down the left side where it's intercepted at the 1-yard line by Locke. He'll bring it back out of the end zone. He's got the far sideline to the 20, to the 25. Got a couple blockers in front of him at the 40. Cuts it to the middle of the field. Still looking for space across midfield, and he'll bring it to the near side. He's got another block at the 25. He's going to go down the near sideline and into the end zone. Touchdown.
Unbelievable. Cameron Locke intercepts the ball probably officially at the 1-yard line, so it's going to be a 99-yard touchdown return, but his momentum carried him well into the end zone. He ran well over 100 yards on that return, made lots of different cuts. Well, what a tremendous individual play. I hope we get a chance to see that a couple times because that is an unbelievable play to really put the stamp on this football game.
That's the kind of night it has been for this Bath Wildcat team. And now Meyer will be out to put the extra point on that one. Just a tremendous run back by Cameron Locke.
And again, he is a playmaker. Again, defensively, returns kicks, caught the game-winning touchdown with 6 seconds left to go against Kenton 2 weeks ago.
Meyer's extra point attempt is up, and it is good. 8:41 left in this one. The Redskins in control. 38-0. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Sure, you don't need a set-top box to watch cable, but without one, you're not getting everything your TV has to offer. Add a set-top box from TSC to your television and get more channels. Get a channel guide that tells you all about the shows. Run multiple devices through one universal remote, and you can even add DVR and HD channels. Get everything your TV has to offer with a set-top box. Call TSC and ask for your set-top box today.
It's easy as 1, 2, 3, call TSC.
8:41 left in this one, and the Redskins completely in control here at Harmon Field.
Yeah, and just big play after big play for the Redskins. They had the blocked kick, they had the long run, and then you can't get too much longer of an interception return there than Cameron Locke just did, especially with how far he went into the end zone, cutting across the field. Just a tremendous individual play by that young man.
Right. That's one he can tell over, a story he can tell over and over again.
I think he could tell one of our cameramen, I believe.
That one fielded inside the 15-yard line. And return out to the 20-yard line, so that's where Bath will take it. And let's take another look at that tremendous interception return, starting here with the snap to Jenkins.
Well, Jenkins stepped up and was kind of going, but there was miscommunication. There was no one there. And, Locke actually left his man to go get that because no one else was in that area. You can see he's got some good blocking up front. You'd think most people would be hemmed in or even would just duck out of bounds. But you can see him picking and choosing his spots, keeping eyes open. Nice block right there. Another block there at the end to finish it off, and he had to be tired after that.
Here's Bath's first play of their next possession, and that pass incomplete, intended over the middle for the tight end. I believe Jared Metcalf was the intended target there.
Yeah, it was a little bit low right there. They completed a pass on that just a little bit earlier, I believe, the possession before to Metcalf. And, obviously you just have to get back on board. Sometimes you have to have a short memory as a quarterback and, forget that kind of play and, get back to trying to get better. And, unfortunately it's not going to happen tonight in terms of victory for Bath, but doesn't mean that you can't work on your execution and get better for the season ahead.
Pitch will come to Clark to the near side. He's going to be stacked up as he gets to about the 19-yard line, so nothing there, and a third down coming up.
Yeah, and there's wholesale substitutions on the defensive end for Walpock. So, we'll do our best to try to acknowledge these young men getting their chance to play under the Friday Night Lights.
So it'll be a third down and 11 coming up for Bath. And Jenkins will be under center. Has a receiver to each side. I formation. Fakes the handoff, looking to the near side, and it's caught by the tight end, Metcalf, who goes up the near sideline across the 35 to the 36 and a first down.
Yeah, Ashton Meeks a miracle there, both to combine on the stop. And Bath moves the chains and gets a first down. Been struggling on third down. They were only 3 for 10 on conversions going into that play.
So first down for Bath now, out to the 37-yard line. The handoff goes off the left side. New ball carrier for Bath as a flag comes down on the far side. That was Dylan Burkholder with the carry. It looks like holding again against Bath. That will be the call, so that run will be erased.
So prior to recently, it's a pretty clean game by Bath, only the third penalty, but the last two have been pretty darn costly.
That one pushes him back to the 39-yard line, 34-yard line. And it'll be first down again, about 15 yards. One receiver to each side. Handoff again to Burkholder. He will bring it to the near side. Has some space to the 45, to the 50, and he'll go down inside Redskin territory at the 47.
So basically kind of pretty much negated that holding penalty before it got back to about where they were. And, a lot more guys getting some playing time here for both sides now.
19-yard carry there by Burkholder. And this one up the middle of the field by the fullback up to the 31-yard line.
Yeah, Bo Gross, he kind of been bottled up earlier on his, I believe he carried about 3 times earlier, all for really short yards. That time he finally got loose a little bit.
Picks up 16 yards on that carry. So we close in on 4 minutes to play in this one. Austin Loft, the wide receiver to the far side of the field. Briggs lines up wide to the near side. The handoff will go to Burkholder, and he will be stacked up as he gets to the 29-yard line.
And Miracle with a nice job kind of swinging him down right there.
Couple of yards on that carry. And it's second down and about 9 coming up.
Happy birthday, Tracy.
2 receivers again for Bath. And the pitch will go to Burkholder, looking for a hole on the right side. He is hit at the line of scrimmage, and he'll be knocked down as he gets inside the 30 to the 27.
Yeah, first person there was Steinke, and then slowed him up enough for a host of Redskins to come and take him down.
High school football on Game Face Ohio, brought to you in part by the Minster Bank, sponsor for our pregame show.
So this is going to be a big win here for the Redskins, and this is going to set up a showdown next week at Salina. You know, Salina got beat last week by the Titans of Ottawa-Glandorf, as those 3 look to be possibly the class of the Western Buckeye League. But we were able to do that game last year between the Redskins and Salina Bulldogs, and it was a classic high school game. Recall that was big play after big play. The defense has made plays, offense has made plays. 4th down conversions by Salina takes the lead late, and then on a 4th and 32, Zach Smergy was able to make the screen pass to pick it up, and end up pulling it out late last year. So a tremendous battle, and that will be one of our bonus games next week.
That's right. We'll be over at Lima Bath. St. Mary's is over in Lima next week, and that's where we'll be at. Bring you that. That's our feature game, and as Paul mentioned, the Wapakoneta at Salina game will be our bonus contest. 4th down conversion there for the Wildcats. Gives them a first down, and the 10th play of the drive coming up at the 17-yard line. And the handoff to the fullback, and Gross stacked up at the line of scrimmage. Got to slow to get up there after that play. Just a minute and 20 seconds remaining in this contest. Jenkins with the pitch. It'll be Burkholder to the left side. He's got space down near the first down marker inside the 10 at the 9.
Yeah, Nate Elsass and Logan Meeker combined to make the touchdown-saving tackle. Even though you kind of got your JV defense in there, there's a lot of interest on the sideline. Teams are a little particular about wanting to keep that 0 up there and maintain that shutout as we go under a minute to go.
45 seconds left. Jenkins brings him to the line of scrimmage. Pitch to Burkholder coming to the near side. He's got the 5 and spun around. He'll go into the end zone. Touchdown. So Bath will get into the end zone for the first time tonight with 33 seconds left in this game.
So this Bath offense, who we thought might be able to crack that Redskin defense, unable to do so until late in this ball game. But still, it's something to potentially build on for next week. Go look into that matchup with the Rough Riders.
Extra point attempt coming up here. Jenkins with the hold. The kick is up, and it's no good. Goes wide to the left. 33 seconds left in our game here in Wapak. The Redskins with a 38-6 lead. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
We are state of the art.
We are professional.
Thank you. You're welcome. Have a great day. We are service you can trust.
We are here for you.
With custom fabrication, a variety of roofing options, and exceptional roofing knowledge and expertise, Frost Roofing is committed to providing top-notch quality service on every project. To learn more, visit us online at frost-roofing.com and follow us on social media.
TSC can save you money. How? TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge Bundle Plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet in one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge Bundle Plan, only from TSC.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
Just 33 seconds remaining here in the fourth quarter at Harmon Field. And the Redskins dominating here 38-6. The producer for tonight's broadcast is Todd Utrup. Our technical director is Adam Dell. Our statistician is A.J. Lisi. I thank our camera guys, Jim Miller, Justin Orfel, Josh Miller, Luke Canahenry, Cody Voorhees, Dylan Locke, and Jordan Minning. All doing a great job getting us on the air tonight.
So you think Dylan got a good shot on that camera, on his camera for Cameron Locke's touchdown?
Boy, you would hope so. High kick fielded by the Redskins at the 30-yard line, and then that trip ended rather abruptly.
Yeah, Ryan Kalb makes a nice tackle there.
So a short return will give the Redskins the ball at their own 30-yard line here.
So not a lot of time, but JV offense on the field here for the Wapak Redskins. And we'll see if they actually run a play, if they just take a knee here.
Well, the clock's moving now with 16 seconds. And they put a man in motion. There is a handoff. And that will be it. Redskins dominate the Bath Wildcats here tonight at Harmon Field and come away with their fourth win of the season in 4 tries. 38-0, the Redskins win. We'll be back to wrap this one up at Harmon Field. You're watching high school football on Game Face Ohio.
Strength is about so much more than the body. It's about being together, serving, sharing, and caring for those around us. It's about keeping score in the heart rather than on a scoreboard. Be a part of a community that builds more than your body. At the Wapakoneta Family YMCA.
TSC can save you money. How? TSC can save you money with Emerge.
What's Emerge?
The Emerge Bundle Plan. TSC will merge your phone, cable TV, and internet in one nice, neat package to save you money.
How much money?
A boatload. The Emerge Bundle Plan, only from TSC.
TSC. Give us a call and see. It's easy as 1, 2, 3. Call TSC.
And we welcome you into the Game Face Ohio post-game show. The Redskins a winner tonight by a final score of 38-6. As we take a look at the scoring summary from tonight's game, it got started as the final seconds ticked away in the first quarter on this 25-yard Tristan Meyer field goal that gave the Redskins a 3-0 lead. The Redskins were the beneficiary of a blocked punt by Adam Henderson right there, and the return set up this 3-yard touchdown run by Adam Eaton. The Redskins then stopped the Bath on their next possession, set themselves up at the 39-yard line, and Cody Morgan took it in from a yard out. Later in the third quarter, Keaton Metz got his 1-yard run, That came at 7:08 in the third quarter and gave the Redskins a 24-0 lead. On their next possession, the Redskins put together an 11-play drive that ended on this 1-yard Keaton Metz run, his second of the night. That came with 1 minute and 16 seconds remaining in the third quarter. They also got an interception return, 99 yards for a touchdown by Cameron Locke in the early stages of the fourth quarter, and scoring was wrapped up on this 9-yard run by Burkholder for Bath. Their only points of the night came with 33 seconds left in the game, and we held the highlight of Cameron Locke's interception return for the touchdown because he's our Owen Kitchen Bath player of the game, and let's give him his just due here as we get a chance to look at this tremendous play.
Well, just tremendous job by Cameron Locke right here. Jenkins kind of throwing it up for grabs right there. As you can see, officially a 99-yard touchdown interception return, but Cameron goes all the way into the end zone, cuts to the right-hand side, picking up a little bit of speed here on this replay because he's run so far, and I'm going to be tired when he's done. Cuts all the way across the field, gets his teammates with some key blocks, but just a tremendous individual effort by that young man. You can see he's exhausted afterwards, but what just a tremendous and exciting play.
So Cameron Locke with a 99-yard touchdown interception return for a touchdown. He's our Owen Kitchen Bath player of the game. And Paul, let's take a look at final statistics here for our ball game tonight.
And sometimes statistics don't always tell the story. In this case, it looks a little bit more even than it was because of the big plays, the special team plays, and interception return for the Redskins, only holding a 264 to 206 advantage in total yards. Both teams got a lot better in passing in the second half. As you can see, Bath, as per their scouting report, really dominated the time of possession. Going to individual statistics, Clark led the way with 58 rushing yards. Burkholder with some rushing yards late, finished with 45 yards on 6 carries and a touchdown for Bath. Jenkins finished the game 4 for 14, passing for 69 yards and threw 1 pick. For the Redskins, Metz led the way with 87 yards on only 7 carries, 2 touchdowns. John Eaton had 34 carries and a touchdown, and Cody Morgan with 26 yards and also a touchdown. Receiving for the Redskins, Smith led the way with 4 catches for 67 yards. Henderson also had 3 catches for 19. Cody Morgan at quarterback, a very efficient 9 for 12 for 100 yards passing on the game.
So in our feature ball game tonight, the Redskins improved to 4-0 overall. They're now 3-0 inside the Western Buckeye League. The Bath Wildcats will fall to 1-3 and 1-2 inside conference play. Over in our bonus game, which will be available on Sunday, St. Mary's and Elida locked up in a pretty good ball game, so you'll have to wait for Sunday to take a look at that replay, but an excellent opportunity to catch a good ball game there. Our next broadcast, we'll be able to see this Bath Wildcat team again as they will host the St. Mary's Rough Riders in our feature game next week. Wapakoneta will be at Salina, and that will be our bonus game on Game Face Ohio. That's coming up next week. Again, our final score here tonight, it was the Redskins 38 and the Bath Wildcats 6. We want to thank Astro Lanes, our premium sponsor here tonight, for providing us with pizza before the game tonight, and they will help sponsor our games as we go through the rest of the season. So for Paul Sadler, I'm Dan Hearn. Thanks for joining us, everybody. The Redskins win in dominant fashion today to improve to 4-0, and you saw it here on Game Face Ohio.